our lovely ushers.
Nobody ever donates. I'm gonna go up there and be like, thank you.
I know this is a
So like the job?
So I just left.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the KALAYAAN Gala 2026. My name is Kristen Dula, and it is my honor to serve as your program host this evening. We're about to begin our program, and we kindly ask that everyone remain seated and keep the aisles clear throughout the evening so that all guests may enjoy our performances tonight. Thank you for your cooperation. And now, to officially begin our celebration, please welcome Julian Magal for the Parade of Banners.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the highlights of our celebration is the Parade of Banners, a proud tradition that showcases the organizations that strengthen, support, and unite the Filipino-American community throughout Georgia and beyond. As each banner enters, please join us in welcoming and recognizing the leaders and members of these distinguished organizations. Leading our Parade of Banners is our host organization, KALAYAAN Georgia Incorporated, represented by its chairman, Mr. Willie Blanco. Please welcome the returning and participating organizations. The Filipino-American Association of Columbus, Georgia, represented by its president, Dr. Jocelyn Galan-Red. The Filipino-American Christian Church, represented by Pastor Adrian Perez. The Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, PACA, represented by its president, Ms. Ronaldin Joson. The Philippine American Women's Association of Georgia, PAWA, represented by its president, Ms. Imelda Young. Association of Georgia Foundation, PNAGF, represented by its Executive Director, Ms. Pam Peterman. Saron Magui of Georgia Incorporated, represented by its President, Ms. Joy Mercurio. The Saturday Club of Greater Atlanta, represented by its President, Ms. Dulce Upchurch. We are especially pleased to welcome the newest participating organizations joining our celebration this year. Visaya Kakotsa Georgia, VSTA, represented by its President, Ms. Gloria Smith. Filipino American Christian Fellowship, FACF, represented by Pastor Nico Guarino. International Bible Church Incorporated, represented by Pastor Earl Randall. Overseas Filipino Workers of Georgia Foundation Incorporated, represented by its chairman, Ms. Mary Jane Rowland. The Philippine Golf Association of Georgia, PGAG, represented by its president, Bud Pellicer. Now, bring our parade of banners to a close is an organization that proudly serves as the organizing committee of KALAYAAN Atlanta 2026. The Filipino American Association of Greater Atlanta, presented by its president, Ms. Patsy Puyo. Please join me in giving all of our participating organizations a warm round of applause for their dedication, service, and commitment to preserving our heritage and strengthening our community, and celebrating the spirit of Philippine independence. Ladies and gentlemen, our parade of banners.
Participating organizations for proudly carrying your banners this evening. Your presence reflects the strength, unity, and enduring spirit of our Filipino-American community. Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite everyone to rise for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the national anthems of the Philippines and the United States.
Order. Up. Colors. Base. Forward. Up. Up. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Forward. Up. Up. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2.
Thank you. As we begin tonight's celebration, let us take a moment to seek God's guidance, blessings, and wisdom upon our gathering, our community, and our nations. Please remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by Peyton Harvey.
Good evening, everyone. As we begin this special celebration of Philippine independence, I invite you to join me in a moment of prayer. Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, tonight we come together with grateful hearts as we celebrate our heritage, our freedom, and our community. We thank you, Lord, for the sacrifices of those who came before us, whose courage and love of country made it possible for future generations to enjoy the blessings of liberty. We thank you, Lord, for the rich culture and values that unite us as Filipinos, and for the opportunities that we have been given to contribute and thrive in the communities that we now call home. Bless everyone gathered here this evening, our guests, community leaders, volunteers, performers, sponsors, and supporters. Grant us wisdom in leadership, generosity in service, and unity in purpose. May this celebration deepen our appreciation of our heritage and strengthen the bonds that bring us together as one community. We pray for peace and prosperity in the Philippines and for continued blessings upon the United States. May your presence guide us throughout this evening and in all that we do. We ask all these things in your holy name. Amen. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas at mabuhay tayong lahat. Enjoy the evening.
It is now my pleasure to welcome the chair of KALAYAAN Atlanta 2026, Benitez Penister, for the welcome address.
On behalf of KALAYAAN, the Filipino-American Association of Greater Atlanta, and our entire organizing team, welcome to KALAYAAN Atlanta 2026. Thank you all for being here tonight. KALAYAAN. KALAYAAN means freedom. But freedom is more than a moment in history. It is the freedom to remember who we are. The freedom to celebrate our heritage. And the freedom to pass our culture to the next generation. Our theme this year is Luzviminda. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, different languages, different traditions, different stories, yet one identity, one people, one Filipino community. And tonight, that unity is represented by all of you. The celebration would not be possible without the dedication of our Filipino-American organizations, community leaders, volunteers, especially the volunteers, sponsors, families, and our guests from our diplomatic and partner communities who continue to support and strengthen our community. One of those community leaders is someone many of you know well. I would especially like to recognize Mr. Randy Cabano, chairman of our Family Fun Day celebration. Family Fun Day has become one of the most anticipated parts of our KALAYAAN celebration. It is bringing together families, friends, generations of Filipino Americans in the spirit of community and fellowship. Randy, thank you for your leadership and dedication. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you, Randy. And if you will allow me one personal moment, I would like to thank my own family. My husband, Manny, my children, Pauline, Rod, and Erica. They have been the quiet supporters behind the scenes. To my family, thank you. No event of this scale happens because of one person. It takes a whole team. I would like to recognize our core committee whose dedication brought this celebration to life. Juliet Cook, Lolita Elliott, Erica Calizer, Lilia Hager, Yunus Soriano, Juneli Zabala, Stacy Lay, Nanette Smith, Grace Dulon. Grace is the one who made these flowers. Pauline Pellicer. Randy Cabano. And Manny Pellicer. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I cannot make this possible without you guys. Thank you. I would also like to extend my appreciation to our dancers and singers. They helped make our vision a reality. Thank you. My gratitude extends to many people tonight. But before I close, there is one final thought I would like to share. There is something I have learned through this journey. When people leave their homeland, they sometimes wonder what they might miss or what they might lose. But over time, we realize something important. home is not only a place. Home is something we carry. And every time we gather like this, we build it again. Tonight, through music, culture, friendship, and shared memories, we celebrate not only our independence, but also the enduring spirit of the Filipino people. So, enjoy this evening. Let us celebrate our culture, reconnect with old friends, create new memories, and remember, no matter how far life takes us from the Philippines, our roots continue to connect us to one another. Because tonight, we are not simply celebrating our freedom, we are celebrating who we are as Filipinos, as Filipino Americans, as one community. Maraming salamat po. And again, welcome to Kalayaan Atlanta 2026. Thank you.
Something from it. It's a lot of work from our participating organizations. So I'm very delighted to present to you Dr. Galan from Columbus and Sarah Paul to present to you the winners of the competition for the display of art.
leadership, service, and dedication continue to strengthen our community and deepen the connection between the Philippines and the United States. Everyone, if I could please have your attention in welcoming Mr. Willie Blanco to present this evening's tribute.
Good evening. Thank you. Tonight, we give tribute to a man who at 85 years old has dedicated 37 years of his life to community service to the Filipino-American community of Georgia. Mr. Raul Reynaldo will go down in history as the first ever appointed Philippine honorary consul in the United States of America on December 18, 1988, under the presidency of Cory Aquino. He served an unpaid position for the next 37 years under 5 more Philippine presidents. Who does that? Except for Mr. Donato, which is a testament to his dedication and commitment to community service and love to the Filipino-American community of Georgia and neighboring states. By virtue of the new Philippine Foreign Affairs Directive of a 10-year tenure, he will definitely hold the longest term in service. For a voluntary position, Mr. Donato went above and beyond what the position called for and became the virtual leader of the ever-growing Filipino-American community here in Georgia. He was responsible for the creation of the Philippine-American Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, PACGA, to boost the economic presence of the Philippine ethnic group here in Georgia. Because of the growing rate of domestic abuse cases against Filipino women in Georgia, which everything goes through his office, by the way, it necessitated the formation of the Philippine-American Women's Association of Georgia, which is called PAWA, not only to help the victims of domestic abuse, but more importantly, to empower the Filipino women and hopefully help prevent domestic abuse cases. By the way, our population here in Georgia have exploded to more than 50,000, and the good news is the cases of domestic abuse have come down. So PAWA must be doing something good. Yes. But most importantly, Mr. Donato is responsible for the very reason we're all here celebrating tonight. He was able to bring all the different Filipino-American organizations together and gave us the platform not only to embrace our heritage, but also to declare and celebrate. That even for just one day in a year, we can all come together and celebrate as one community. So Mr. Ray Donato, for the Philippine-American community of Georgia, you are more than just our Philippine Honorary Consul General. You have become our inspiration and leader. And I can see that you're looking at the pictures, and based on that, to most of us, you have become a very good friend. So let me call on Mr. Ray Donato up the stage, please. And Ms. Marita Pellicer. And for the rest of the Kabayan directors, please come join me. How do I release this mic? Thank you. Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray Donato, Ms. Marita Pellicer, myself, and the rest of the Kabayan Georgia present to you this award, community award awards to deserving community leaders. Starting next year, we will call the award the Raul Donato Community Award. All your classes, I would like to toast our Philippine Independence Day tonight. So please stand up if you can stand up. If you're able to stand up. And greet one another. Happy Independence Day. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Have a seat, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, the Filipino-American Associations of Georgia, mga kababayan ko, special guests, and we have some members of the diplomatic corps here.
Oops, sorry.
Tonight, as I receive this award, I stand here with deep gratitude and mild disbelief. When I accepted this role 37 years ago, I thought it would be a short assignment. Maybe a few months, maybe a year or so. But the Filipino community of Georgia had other plans. And apparently so did destiny. I became not only the longest serving honorary consul general in the United States, but also I found out the first Philippine honorary consul ever appointed in the United States. I guess once Filipinos adopt you, you are never allowed to retire. And that's so true. Over nearly 4 decades, I have had the honor of serving you. But let's be honest, you made the job possible. The Filipino Americans of Georgia have been my partners, advisors, critics, cheerleaders, and occasionally, and more than occasionally, my emergency backup team when events went sideways. From Atlanta to Augusta, from Savannah to every corner where our kababayans have built homes and dreams, thank you for carrying this work for me. I want to thank a special thanks to Makabayan of Georgia and all its members. You took the enormous responsibility of organizing our Independence Day celebrations on the day itself. And you did it with heart, discipline, and the kind of teamwork that unites and galvanizes our Filipino communities into one tight-knit family. I want to thank Ms. Marites Pericer, our 2026 KALAYAAN Celebration Chair,
recognize one of our earliest and most loyal supporters, Red V Industries. Table number 46, whose parent company, Absolute, is one of the largest coconut exporters in the Philippines. They have stood with us through countless Independence Day celebrations. Now, whenever I meet with the governor of Georgia or our state legislators, and by the way, we have Marvin Lim here, a state legislator from the state. Thank you for joining us, Marvin. My diplomatic colleagues, they always love to brag about their country's investments. Steel, automobiles, zippers, medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, energy, batteries, shipbuilding, very impressive. But I always smile and say, well, the Philippines invested something even more powerful in Georgia. Coconuts. Do we have any coconut trees in Georgia? Of course, we don't have any coconut trees here. Because while other countries bring heavy machinery, we bring the nutritious coconut and coconut water, the real energy of the body. And as I like to remind them, without energy, none of those industries would run anyway. So thank you, Red V and Accellum, for proving that sometimes the lightest export delivers the strongest punch. By the way, I'm getting paid for this. I'd like to ask Robin Chan, the chairman and CEO of Accellum, who is the first time attending our Philippine Independence Day. Robin, would you stand up, please? And Melanie, his wife. Thank you. And this year is especially meaningful as we celebrate not only Philippine Independence Day, but also the 250th anniversary of the United States independence. A reminder that as Filipino Americans, we honor two histories, two freedoms, and one shared commitment to democracy. Finally, as we look to the future, I am proud to introduce the nominee for our next honorary consul, Ms. Sarah Hong. Where is Sarah? She's well known in the community, deeply respected, and fully prepared to take on the role. I know she will serve with the same heart, humor, and resilience that this job requires, especially the resilience part. Maraming salamat po for your trust, your friendship, your unwavering support. Serving you has been one of the greatest honor of my life. Thank you. And before I exit, mabuhay ang Mindanao! Mabuhay ang Luzon! Mabuhay ang Visaya! Mabuhay ang Pilipino! And finally, mabuhay ang Amerika! Maraming salamat po!
inspiring remarks and your impactful years of service. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is someone whose work reflects innovation, leadership, and service. A director at Google, he leads global strategy for AI-powered workforce solutions and helps shape the future of work through innovation and technology. Throughout his career, he has remained committed to mentoring future leaders and supporting communities through innovation and leadership. Please join me in giving a warm Kalayaan Atlanta welcome to our keynote speaker, Jonathan Satan.
Magandang gabi. Maayong gabi. Naibang na rabi.
Wow.
There's three different ways to say good evening. But I wanted to start tonight with those three distinct voices for a reason, because it really sets the stage for what we're all here for tonight. Tonight, as we gather for Luzviminda, we celebrate 128 years of Philippine independence. We're taking a journey through the heart of our islands. Our ancestors looked at over 7,000 islands, separated by vast seas and hundreds of different languages. And yet somehow, they chose connection over everything, weaving them into one shared heartbeat. We're celebrating our Filipino culture that has always known how to find harmony and connectedness over differences. And that brings me to what I really want to talk about tonight, which is being Filipino beyond borders. So how do you actually find a Filipino beyond borders? It's really not that hard. I saw a video recently that captured it perfectly, actually. You could be on a crowded street, a busy airport, or walking in a mall anywhere in the world, and all you have to do is go, shh. Suddenly, three titas turn around. Filipino. But you know, I would have turned around too. And looking at me though, you wouldn't have even guessed that that might be the case. I don't look very Filipino, if I'm being honest. And I don't even have a Filipino last name. My name is American, my dad is Thai, I'm Filipino by way of my mom. And I was born and raised right here in Atlanta. I get the best of all worlds. Depending on the day of the week, my dinner might be adobo, pad thai, or Waffle House, scattered smothered. The point is, I identify as all of those things. And there's space for all of those things to be true. I'm Asian. I'm American. I'm a Southerner. I'm Thai. I'm Filipino. So even with that mix of cultures, I share that instant connection to that classic Filipino experience. That loud it resonates across generations. It's a universal call to listen up and pay attention to what's about to be said. That's just one example of a Filipinoism. A small but practical way that we all stay linked together. When I look around this room tonight, I see the elders who practically established this community over 50 years ago. biggest things that shape those challenges today. I see the technology piece play out in my day job. So I lead a product team at Google. I work in people operations, which is really just a fancy way of saying human resources or HR. But we build the products that help Google pay people, how we grow, how we develop their careers and build culture. So my team and I build the products and the programs that enable 200,000 employees navigate their daily work lives. Any guesses to the biggest topic that I talk about every single day? I think I heard it somewhere. AI. We're standing on the edge of the biggest technological shift of our lifetimes. When you read the headlines, it could sound a little scary. You might think of the Terminator. But from where I sit, it's an incredible leap forward. It's right up there with electricity. It's just that important. I'm looking at AI and how to use it to take over those repetitive, tedious tasks so that we don't have to push paper all day and we can actually focus time on spending time with humans. Putting the human back in human resources, actually. But now, machines erase the borders of distance and time. They do all of the heavy lifting with a memory that exceeds anything humanly possible. Yet this brings up one important question. What must remain uniquely human? It's a question that I ask myself constantly as I navigate balancing technology and humanity in my job. And lately, when I think about what a machine can't do, an unexpected memory comes to mind. I think of my Lola. So I know going straight from AI to my Lola is a little bit of a jump. AI could have written this speech in 3 seconds probably, but it still wouldn't have been able to figure out which of the country crop margarine containers has the adobo in the fridge. But regardless, there's a reason why my mind goes to my Lola. I spend all of my time at work and in my days looking at the future. But my Lola is my deepest link to the past. She's the only one who taught me about our traditions. My Lola is originally from Pangasinan, but she raised her family in KALAYAAN. She eventually made her way here to the US in the 1980s, thanks to my mom, who's sitting here in the audience. Hi, Mom. And looking at my mom now, I just think about how much care and sacrifice that it took to bring her family across oceans. So she got it from her mama. She really understood what it meant to truly care for someone. So I want you to picture the front porch of my childhood home. Every afternoon, getting off the school bus, I'd walk down the block. The Georgia air would be heavy, hot, and humid, much like it is today. But there was my Lola, sitting there on the front porch, just waiting for me. I didn't have to do anything to deserve it. She was just there. It was reliable. It was comforting. And while it doesn't really sound like it's anything crazy special, it's one of my most vivid memories that's been etched into my childhood. Some of you who have been around the Filipino community in Atlanta for a while might also remember her sapin-sapin. So this is, for those of you who don't know, it's like a sweet, sticky rice dessert. Purple layer of ube, white layer with, it's just really good. But if you stepped into her kitchen when she was cooking it, you would never forget it. The air was heavy with the smell of ube and the rich scent of boiling coconut milk. You could hear the scratch of the homemade grater that she would use to painstakingly hand grate the coconut by hand, make the latte by hand as well. She would sit there for hours until her hands ached. But eating it, that was an even bigger experience. Underneath those sticky layers of bright purple and white was a taste of the homeland. You could taste the love, but you could also taste this feeling of fondness. stood in my kitchen many times trying to recreate it, trying to honor her memory and hoping to pass down that exact same indescribable feeling. And today I can pull out my phone and I can ask an AI to give me so many different recipes, 10,000 recipes of it, give me the chemical composition of exactly how to make it. And so AI could give me the perfect ratio, but it doesn't know the quiet ache of wanting to capture that feeling. A computer optimizes for speed, but a human being searches for connection. And so mirroring my own effort, in my day job, I build technology to make things faster, to make things easier, to save time. But when it comes to culture, the effort is what makes it real. And my lowest effort wasn't just because. It was the act of pouring her soul into a dish so that we could just not taste but feel. It was because she wanted to connect. And so that depth of feeling is what is uniquely human. That is KALAYAAN, a Filipino cultural value which translates roughly to shared identity or togetherness. And to me, that's what it really means to be a Filipino beyond borders. It's not about the oceans and the physical barriers that our elders crossed. It's not about the digital distances that we are erasing with our technology today. It is about the deliberate choice to practice togetherness, to practice KALAYAAN. But today, that togetherness is being tested. You turn on the news, and it feels like the divides are only getting deeper. We are wrestling with heavy issues in our time. Inequality, immigration, districting, war. The shadows of the past are long. There's a quiet, dangerous implication out there. Pull back. Shrink your circle. Close the door. But that is not how we Filipinos are raised. When Filipinos have more guests than you expected to show up at a party, we don't close the door. We just pull up another chair. We ask, did you eat yet? That simple question is the core and the heartbeat of our culture. As a father to now my son, it's exactly what I want him to carry forward. Now he's growing up with a beautiful mix of Filipino, Thai, and Vietnamese heritage. My wife's Vietnamese, I forgot to mention that, but yes. Because I don't speak Tagalog as confidently as I used to when my Lola was here, I used to wonder how much of the culture would actually say. I wondered if I could pass on something as deep as this concept of KALAYAAN when I didn't necessarily have the words to express it. But then I watch him, and I see just how much he absolutely loves being in a big family environment. We still have these massive birthday parties and Christmas gatherings. We go over to my Filipino friends' houses. It feels exactly like the Filipino gatherings that I grew up with. Complete with mahjong, karaoke, lumpia, oh, most of all, so much love. Shout out to Stacy and Salo for making the best lumpia. So tonight, what I want to make sure that you remember and realize is that as you leave this celebration, I want you to think about what it means to choose connection, to choose togetherness. When the whole world demands that you shrink your circle, that you close the door, are you going to have the courage to expand it? And it doesn't have to be something grand. It might mean giving advice to a younger Filipino who is trying to navigate their career. It could mean engaging instead of avoiding a conversation with a friend or a family member who you don't normally see eye to eye with. But it also means having the courage to extend our Filipino values beyond our own circles. It might mean standing up for a neighbor or a colleague who doesn't look like us, but who needs an ally. It means recognizing that our culture of kapwa isn't just a gift we keep to ourselves. It's a tool that we must use to make sure no one around us has to face their challenges alone. Those who came before me crossed literal oceans so we could be here. It is our turn to continue that search for connection. It is our turn to choose the beautiful, complex work of caring for each other. In a world that often feels heavy and hot, it is our turn to pull up another chair. It is our turn to be the anchor for someone else and to be that person sitting there on the porch. Maraming salamat po. Happy Kalayaan.
Thank you, Jonathan, for that inspiring message. I think I speak for everyone here that it's rare for someone to articulate what most of us are feeling in this room, which is pride for our culture, pride for our heritage, pride for our ancestors and our elders, but especially pride for our history and hope for our collective future. So everyone, please give another round of applause for our keynote speaker tonight, Mr. Jonathan. Throughout this evening, we celebrate not only achievement, but culture. Our theme this year is Luzviminda, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, different traditions, one people, one Filipino spirit. And so tonight, we begin our journey in Luzon. Originating from Laguna, Maglantik is a vibrant folk dance that showcases rhythm, strength, agility, teamwork, and the joyful spirit of Filipino tradition through the striking sound of coconut shells. Everyone, please join me in welcoming our Maglantik dancers. to come out and perform shirtless in front of over 400 people. And speaking of over 400 people, it would be remiss for me to not mention the fact that there are 480 people tonight in attendance. Record attendance in KALAYAAN Atlanta's history. And that's all thanks to you and for coming tonight, so thank you all. And especially so, I just also want to take the moment as the MC. I'm a little biased, but I want to shout out my mother, Grace Dulog. Tita Mary Tess mentioned this earlier, but all of these beautiful flowers that you're seeing throughout the ballroom, the centerpieces up here on the stage, were all made by hand by my mother. If she would please stand so she can get her recognition. And yes, they are not real. So if anyone has allergies, you're lying. Anyways, how are we all doing tonight? Having fun? Yeah! Great. We're waiting on a little costume change here, so I'm stalling for a bit of time, but we have some great performances ahead tonight, so I'm really wanting to make sure I'm setting the expectations here that we have a lot in store for this evening for everyone to look forward to. Still waiting on that change, so I see a lot of people up front here are getting ready to record. So if you are trying to also join this crowd up here tonight, this might be the chance to. Oh, I see people shuffling, going to the front, getting those cell phone cameras out. I also want to shout out to everyone's beautiful dress this evening. All this traditional Filipino attire, all these beautiful colors in the room. I mean, I feel like that's so representative of our Filipino culture. And so, we're now ready to travel to Mindanao, a region known for its rich traditions, vibrant artistry, and enduring cultural heritage. Representing Mindanao, our performers present Pangalay and Pagapir, traditional dances that reflect the grace and vibrant culture of the southern Philippines. Our next presentation celebrates grace, elegance, and strength found in the dances of the Moro people. Everyone, please join in welcoming our Moro dancers. Inspired by the Mascara Festival of Bacolod, a joyful celebration of resilience, optimism, and Filipino spirit. Everyone, please join in welcoming the Mascara dancers.
When the sea
resilient, diverse, and united by a shared heritage. To offer a message of gratitude and reflection as we conclude this evening's program, please welcome the chairman of KALAYAAN, our host organization, Mr. Willie Blanco.
Thank you, Christy. Are you having fun yet? Yes, indeed. Wow, what a night. What a show. Luzviminda, ladies and gentlemen. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And as Marites earlier mentioned, they are the three major groups of islands in the Philippines. Each distinct from each other. Different culture, different traditions, different heritage, different cuisine, and most importantly, different languages. Which showcases the richness and the diversity of our culture. And which is the very reason why we are celebrating this occasion every year for the last 18 years. So that we can preserve, so we can share those same values and preserve them in our youth, the first generation of Americans with Philippine heritage. And so we thank Peyton, thank you Peyton, Jonathan, Junelli, Stacy, Bobby, Pauline, Erica, and all our colleagues, students, volunteers here tonight, for celebrating with us here tonight, because we're doing this all for you, so that in the next few years, we'll be expecting you up here, and we there, just watching you do all the planning and the dancing for us, you know. But, so we thank you for not only embracing your heritage, but also for declaring and celebrating as first generation of Americans. And so, ladies and gentlemen, celebrations like this, as grand and elaborate as this, it needs three major factors to succeed. The first is, of course, the hard work and dedication of the KALAYAAN committee, as led this year by the Filipino American Association of Georgia. Thank you very much. Of Filipino American Association of Greater Atlanta, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Which is ably led by the chairperson, Ms. Marites. Thank you for sharing your talent and artistic talents and leadership, because with are essential for a magnificent show like this will all succeed. And of course, all this hard work we just did for the last few months will be all for nothing without the active participation of all you guys who came here tonight as represented by the different organizations, about 15 organizations to be exact. Thank you. Thank you for coming here tonight. And as you can see by how this place is decorated and the grandeur of this place, it costs money to do that. And so, we thank our sponsors. But with due respect to the rest of all the sponsors, I would like to make a special mention to our diamond sponsors led by Red Bean Foods, which is represented here by Mr. Romy Chang. Will you please stand? Thank you. We also thank Robert Corporation. You are indeed a community partner, and thank you for choosing this KALAYAAN celebration as one of your community partners. Ms. Tamiya, please stand up. And especially one of our own, Mr. and Mrs. Robert Conrad family, disconsolately, Alice Dihanco and family. Alice. Georgia Power. Let's hear it from Georgia Power. Well, thank you. International Credit Incorporated, Binera and Terry Deloitte. And we have Amy Burns going down the line. We have Amy Burns and Lydia Hagler. Robert and Pam Peterman, Juliet Cook Elizabeth Davis, Elliot, Lolita Elliot and Dino Soriano, William Peter and Elizabeth Cornell, our benefactors, Dr. Ellie and Julia Villar, Dr. Manolo and Gloria Panay, the Metro from Metro City Bank, and the Philippine American Medical Association. And to everybody else who supported us. There's a really long list that I cannot read all of them, otherwise we lose time. But once again, we thank you. We thank you everyone for coming tonight and celebrating with us tonight. And so I say, mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Mabuhay ang Georgia! Mabuhay ang Amerika! Salamat po. gentlemen, please. Just give me a couple of minutes. Okay. Please present. Okay. All right. Now, I'd like to recognize our diamond sponsors. With due respect to the rest of our sponsors, but I cannot overemphasize how these three groups of companies have helped us through the years. First of all is our very own Rotten Video Honor family. For the last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, they have been our diamond sponsors. Rotten TV, please accept this as our token of appreciation. Thank you so much. The Clover Corporation, Dan is in here. Because for the last 4 years, they have become our partners as well. Okay, you must have left. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the last, 14 years, the Red V Corporation, the Red V Food Corporation, please come over the whole delegation, Mr. Romy Chan. Since 2012, in appreciation and recognition of your continued support of the Filipino-American community in Georgia and your generous contribution to the annual Kalayaan Atlanta celebrations, presented to Red V Foods, Diamond sponsor and partner, 2026 Kalayaan Atlanta. Mr. Roman Chan, thank you so much. Robert. Okay, there you go. Ray, would you join us? Ray Donato, please join us for the picture. All right, thank you. Christine, back to you.
Thank you, Tito Willie. On behalf of Kalayaan Atlanta, or the Kalayaan Gala 2026, Magabayan, Georgia, and the Filipino American Association of Greater Atlanta, and all of our participating organizations, thank you for celebrating with us this evening. The dance floor is